went and saw you guys a year ago, and I've seen many times and never walked out going, great show. And he can attest with me. Last year, walked out of the Fresno show, and I was like, holy shit, they were good. And you were just on point. And I noticed one thing. You didn't drop one F-bomb on stage. Not one. And I thought...
Into a mic.
Into the mic, yes. Okay, fair enough. But I thought, wow, is it because your children are watching? Or what, you know what I mean? What, is it...
It is my children, and also, I don't know, there's a part of it, that sounds silly, but I kind of, for myself, I need to tell myself, hey, if I wouldn't let my kids do this, why am I doing it? Something like that, like, you're eating that? I wouldn't let my kids eat that. Well, why am I doing that? Right. So kind of taking care of me that way. And I think, I don't know, the foul language has its place. Sometimes it just comes out. And my kids know all the words because I've said them, and they give me a hard time for it. But I don't think it doesn't have to be part of the everyday vocabulary, especially up there. The F word's a pretty powerful word, and it works. But it doesn't need to be every other word. It kind of cheapens the point, I'd say. If you're going to make a very strong point about something and throwing something in there like that every once in a while is fine. But it doesn't seem to fit in what's going on right now.
That's how I felt about it. I was like, wow, it's very on point, and you were just like a machine. And you felt the same way, right, Doug? I mean, it was just the same vibe. What kind of father are you? And what would your kids agree? What would your kids say if I could ask them? What would they say? Is Dad a pushover? Is he?
Let's see. Well, they're here. Well, they're 7, 9, and 11. So they've learned a few tricks on how to get, Dad says, yeah, Mom, and I haven't said a word, stuff like that. I am a lot looser with the kids. My wife's a lot more hardline. I let them breathe in their creativities, in their, my son's playing drums on the table at dinner. My wife goes crazy, and it's like, wow, that's a cool beat. So we've, the opposites attract. I would say I'm a lot looser with them. Take them to whatever fast food every once in a while too.
Right.
But when it comes down to it, my wife's not around. I'm on it, and I can handle it easily, no problem, my way. We've got 2 ways of going about it. That's all. And the kids try and find the incongruency between the two of us and sneak between them. They're smart kids. But I think helping them be creative is what I like doing with them. Breaking the rules here and there with them, which is okay. Letting them know that, with the right amount of safety, you can do this. Let's not limit ourselves.
Do you see anybody, one of your children, following in your footsteps as far as, I don't even mean rock and roll, but maybe, but the tattoos and the hot rods and the, the skateboarding and the...
I kind of hope so, and I kind of hope not. It's, they're on their own path. My role is I'm the guide till they're 18, and I will always be the guide if they want me to be. But they're on their own path. They've got their own higher power of sorts, and I'm just guiding a little bit. And the thing is, they're guiding me. They're teaching me so much that I don't know, or didn't think I needed to know. But as far as music goes, they can walk into the music room in the house, pick up a guitar and blast it. They can sit down at a drum kit. They can sit at the piano. Whatever they want to do, the stuff's there. I'm not going to force them to do anything. They take singing lessons. My daughter takes bass lessons. My son took drum lessons for a little while. And they all love singing. They want to play, but it's not. I'm not forcing anything. It's not a big deal. They have my daughter has a very creative bug as far as drawing goes, so I'm kind of feeding that a little bit.
The greatest gift Metallica has ever given you. Metallica. The greatest gift that you've received.
Oh, I would say I would say the freedom to express my gift. I wouldn't know. I don't know how else I would have expressed what's in me. I would have found a way for sure, but to be able to do it through music and reach a lot of people, Metallica's connected me to the world.